Okay, welcome back to another episode of Follow Focus. This week we're talking about doing your first shoot as a photographer with families, and this is a great way for photographers to make money. Even now, even in the pandemic days, like I'm still booking shoots to, work with families and get portraits and things like that. The thing that's important for you guys to remember though is just to be professional. Make sure that you care about your client, you care about your end product, you care about the experience. You want them to have fun, you want them to enjoy the photos. So you need to make sure you minimize all the variables that could go wrong as possible. So get out there and see your location ahead of time. Make sure you scout, make sure that there's no people where you wanted to shoot. Make sure the lighting is good. Make sure you meter. If your camera doesn't have a great meter, or if you're shooting film on an old camera, go out there ahead of time, take some test shots, bracket some of your shots even. Just make sure that you do whatever it takes to get great quality photos, because family portraits, especially when there's kids involved, we're talking about periods of time in life where it just goes by in a snapshot. Parents know that kids are only 6 for a couple weeks, and then they're 15 going to, get their driver's permit, and then, a weekend later they're going off to college. Like, it seems like it flies that fast. And even though it's a joke, you get what I'm saying. It's important that you understand that, like, capturing these moments means a lot to a lot of people. So if you're going to get started in doing portrait work, if you're going to get started in doing family photos specifically, which is why I wrote this post, you want to be as professional as possible. Know your camera inside and out so that when you get there, you're not fumbling around. You don't look like you don't know what you're doing. So my last piece of advice, if you've already read the blog post, thank you. But my last piece of advice is just don't take the step to do family portraits or any kind of photography work like that for paid clients until you know that you're ready. We hit on this a little while ago, but I'm just going to repeat it. Like, make sure that you have some time with your camera where like, you can close your eyes and say, I already know how to set the aperture. You can close your eyes and say, I know which 3 buttons I use the most and where they are without even looking. You want this to be second nature, basically. If they're going to be paying you for a shoot, you want the shoot to go as well as possible. You want to give them great, clean, crisp images. Make sure that you don't lose the sky, because the sky, the texture of the sky is important, as well as the family that you're shooting. So, spend some time with an ND filter, spend some time with using a flash as well, so that you can pop your subjects with great lighting while also not exposing for too long so that you lose the detail in the sky. That's just the last bit of advice for you. Again, this is Follow Focus. I just make these little addendum videos to go with the blog post. So if you've read the blog, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And, keep going out there and taking great photos. I'd love to see what you do sometime. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with the next post.